My PTE speaking is all-time stuck. I basically want someone to guide me where am I going wrong. Well, if you belong to the category, then trust me, today's video is the one gives you instant insights on how to get that 90 out of 90, because I will be giving you complete knowledge, insights, and also I'll show you read aloud, repeat sentence and all the modules as to what is the right way to do through our website as well. Want to make most out of this video? Make sure you watch the video till the end. Hey everybody, Nakul here from SKILLS PTE Academic. Really hope everybody is doing fantastic. I'm back with yet another super awesome packed video on this instant 90 out of 90 PT speaking 15-minute secrets. Well, before we get into the video, if you're not subscribed to this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button. Anytime you need online assistance, it's a paid assistance. You can check the information in the description of this video. We left a WhatsApp link. You can click on the link, send us a message. We will do the needful. Also to tell you, recently we released our 3 official ebooks: PT Speaking Cheat Code, Reading Cheat Code, Match Winning Approach to PTE. If you don't want to miss out on the contents present in these ebooks, links are in the description. You can buy it as a combo and avail some discount as well. Alright, without any further delay, let's straight away get right into the instant 90 out of 90 for your PTE speaking. When we talk about PTE speaking, remember it is the fluency, content and the pronunciation that actually contributes marks throughout the speaking, no matter what module you consider. But trust me, it's the fluency that always wins the race over the content and the pronunciation. And the pronunciation is not exactly about pronouncing the word, it's about having that clarity. If you're fluent, if you're opening your mouth and speaking, automatically you become clear. But remember this first thing first, speak continuous no matter what. Right now, if you observe me, I'm trying to speak as continuous as possible, and whenever needed, I give a pause. Otherwise, I'm still trying to speak continuous, isn't it so? The same way you got to speak, try to be as continuous as possible with a rhythmic speed, constant speed to get that fluency 5 out of 5. No matter what, you cannot fumble, you cannot all this you cannot do, you just have to go in a flow. Where to pause? Yes, you can give a pause for a comma, full stop. Or for a very lengthy sentence, we cannot hold your breath and speak, you can give a pause. Right now, I'm pausing whenever I need it. And once I take the breath, I'm just continuing as much as I can. And this is what naturally is happening. Let it happen naturally. Don't force yourself. Remind yourself, recall yourself that you need to pause, you need to give. Let it happen naturally. Your mind would know when to pause, when not to pause. Hope you're getting it. And most importantly, you cannot have intonations like this. I never speak this way, isn't it so? I cannot speak this way. We don't intonate when we talk to people. Only when we're so happy. Yahoo! I did it! We intonate or we track that. Or only when we are sad, probably we give a different kind of emotion. At your natural environment, let's say you are very normal, calm, composed, no emotions. You're just having a good day. How do you speak? You speak monotone. Can I have my coffee, please? Can I have my coffee, please? Can I have my coffee? You never intonate, so don't intonate. Just have to go with monotone. Throughout the speaking I'm talking about, very shortly I'm gonna read aloud, repeat sentence to show you how to do it. But all I'm telling you is the general tips. Follow this. No intonations, it should be monotone speech. And no fumbles, it should be a continuous speech with a proper constant rhythm. And most importantly, people with voice issues, let's say you have a very thick voice, male or female candidate, PT software says, I don't differentiate, I don't distinguish. Both will suffer because that's how I am trained. If your pitch is 140 and above for a male candidate or 200 and above for a female candidate in terms of hertz, you're good, you're well within the range. But let's say your voice is so thick, uniquely thick. Let's say the voice is 100 hertz for male candidate, 110 hertz. Now whatever you do, marks will not come. Now the point is increase the pitch. How? A little sharper tone, a little sharper tone. See, I've done a lot of research on this. I have spoken with this changed tone for a very long time, indicating or showcasing students, my registered course students as to how to do it. So it comes obviously automatically for me. It may not come for you on the very first day, but you got to do it. Same goes with the female candidate whose pitch is below 200 with a very thick voice. Download voice pitch analyzer or voice tools. Any of this app, click record and speak. It will show your pitch in hertz. A graph will come. It should be above 140 for a male candidate, above 200 for a female candidate. Don't see average hertz when you speak. It simply shows some average hertz. 170 doesn't mean that yours is above 170. Sometimes when you shout, it goes up. You see the graph, just explore the app, you see the graph should be at 140 or 150 for a male candidate, 200 and 220 and above for a female candidate. Now we will take up read aloud. Very simple. The very first technique for instant improvement in your read aloud is to be very calm and composed. 99% won't be. They will be all rushing. Market research is vital. At ease, calm and composed, couple of deep breaths. All this come very, very handy. The second most important tip for an instant score is, if you misinterpret a word, it's okay. No one is holding you at a gunpoint telling you, hey, you misinterpret a word, I will shoot you. Nobody is doing it. It is the fluency that wins the race over the content. 1 or 2 words, 2-3 words here and there goes, it's absolutely fine, man, as long as you're very much fluent. The next tip for your instant improvement is, see, remember, ensure whatever you speak, it should be crisp and clear. Whatever starts speaking. In this way, people speak, man. Mostly people speak. I don't know why. It's a computer. It wants clear-cut data. Right now, I'm talking to you with a clear-cut pronunciation or fluency. I may not have a pronunciation like an English person or an Aussie, but all I'm telling you is whatever I speak, anybody can understand. Be more clear. Have that intention of conveying things. Don't have the intention of just speaking. I don't care whoever listens, or don't have that attitude. Be very clear in what you speak. Let's say your problem is in reading only. I cannot even read the words. What should I do? Where should I practice? Which software do you recommend? Nothing, no software. Take a book and read. Fix your reading skills. At the end of the day, it's English. If your English is not up to the mark, then what practice you do, scores will not come up. Every day read for 1 hour, automatically read aloud, problems fixed. But don't forget the techniques, the tips and tricks that I just talked about. Now I'll open my website. It will be released very soon. I've been telling this for quite some time. We're facing some small issues with respect to scoring. So we're training the data and fixing it. So it's taking some more time. Should be fine, probably end of the month, 100%. So I'll open the website and show you how I practice read aloud and what marks does it give. Alright, I'm just starting this. 34 seconds preparation time. I don't need it. So what do? I skip in the exam. You cannot skip. With revenue from college football at an unprecedented $3.4 billion annually, universities across the country invest millions each year in recruitment efforts for high school football players. But with talented players typically receiving multiple scholarship offers, team rosters are in limbo until student athletes commit to a university. That's how you do it. That is continuous, crisp and clear. Every word that you speak should be clearly understandable by anybody, including the software, whoever listens to it. Now we'll see what scores do we get from the AI that we have prepared, that we have made, that we have developed rather. Alright, it says fluency 4.7, context 5 out of 5, meaning it was able to understand everything that I spoke. Pronunciation 4.8, and the pitch, you see, it's 160 to 140, probably 165. Sometimes it goes up during the landing of the tone during full stop comma, it's okay, but on an average you see it is 150 to 165. That's an ideal pitch. And with revenue from college football at an unprecedented $3.4 billion annually, universities across the country invest millions each year in recruitment efforts. Universities across the country invest millions each year in recruitment efforts for high school football players. Try to be continuous. Software picks it up and gives you more marks for your fluency. That's how you do it. Now we quickly move on to repeat sentence. Repeat sentence, instant tip for an instance, 90 out of 90. Very simple. See, understand this logic. 90% of the students fall for the content trap. See, it's psychological to think that the play an audio, I will have to speak everything correctly. That's how psychology works. But that's what, whatever you assume, the opposite is true. Remember this. So just have to wire a thought into your brain that, okay, this is what I have thought it is. Oh, I think opposite is true. Let me believe the opposite. You will get 90. Otherwise, you will just land up in a pool of assumption, just grinding for hours, practicing, and see 50, 55 overall, 60 overall. So it's a content trap. It's the fluency that wins the race over the content. 13 word audio, don't give 13 word, man. Give 8-9 words, you still will get full scores, but your fluency should be precise. For small audios, probably 6 word, 8 word, you give precisely, don't speak half, 40%, 50%, 60%, or for 4-5 words. Your fluency cannot be captured by the computer if it's a very short audio that you speak. But for a lengthy ones, 13 word, if you can speak everything correctly, well and good. But let's say you have problems. 8, 9 words, you listen and speak. Listen less, speak less. Listen less, speak less. You listen full and then try to attempt to speak less or speak full, problem starts. Let me just show you with what I exactly meant. Alright, I'm just starting a question. Just observe how I do it.
The teacher asked the group to commence the task.
It's a simple one. The teacher asked the group to commence the task. Something like this comes jackpot. I understand everyone would do it. We will take up a little tricky one. It's a fluency 4.5. Remember, anything above 4.2 is a 79 plus score. Content is 3 out of 5. Pronunciation is 4.8. Original text and user text, if you see, everything has been exactly matched and software has understood everything. Let's quickly take up the next question. It's still a medium. Let's see. Otherwise, we will change the question.
Key business partners are often intertwined in expense accounts.
Key business partners are often intertwined in expense accounts. Intertwined, so I'm not sure, but I've spoken it. Even if that word is not captured, I should be able to get 3 out of 3 or 2 out of 3 for content, because it's 3 out of 3. Every word has been matching. Exactly matching, that's how you do it. Now let's take up a lengthy one. Alright, let's take up a little lengthy one and see how I do it.
The current labor force is more competitive than it had been for a long time.
The current labor force is more competitive long time. So few of the words I did not speak. Let's see how AI interprets. You cannot mess up the order completely. So it's 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3 means total we get 3 out of 3 in the exam. Content is 2 out of 3. Fluency is 4.5 out of 5, pronunciation 4.5 out of 5, it's 5 plus 3, out of 13 I have got some 12 or something. Then finally out of 3 I get 3 out of 3. If you get 2 out of 3 content, it is mostly 3 out of 3 from one repeat sentence towards your listening and speaking. You see the original text, current text. The current labor force is more competitive long time. I did not mess up the order, I missed than it had been for so many words I skipped, but still 60% of the content is matching. I was able to do this only because I'm listening to whatever I can speak. That's a skill. This, you have to get it. Practice for it. I assure you will get it. The next is describe image. Well, describe image has become more difficult for people since 2024 November because Pearson made an update that henceforth templates will be banned. You cannot use generic templates. Until then it was very easy to speak some random answer, but now you got to speak from the image. So the best way to tackle this is use a template. Well, I'm going to speak with the template that I've shown in many videos. The second most important thing is you need to learn to utilize the first 25 seconds, the preparation time that they gave you. The template demands 3 sentences from you. 25 seconds preparation time, identify those 3 sentences. See, nobody is holding you again at a gunpoint, telling you if you missed important key contents, I'll shoot you. No, anything that you find in an image is important. Don't have to think, oh, this is an important one, I missed it. This important I gave, so I get more marks. No marks for that. It's the fluency that gives the score. But only criteria, the obligation is you need to look into the image and speak with your own sentences. Grammar doesn't matter. What matters? Only fluency, some extent content. If you misinterpret 1 or 2 words, 100% fine. There is a value of $5.2 and you're told $5.4. Will that be a problem? 100% no. As long as you look into the image and speak, it's totally fine. Mistakes are common, but don't try to trap the software by speaking some generic sentences. Don't use this too much, like I told you in the beginning. Let me show you how I do it. One describe image. Alright, I'm just opening the area chart. By the way, we have this 8 image types: bar, line, area, pie, table, process, maps and process, pictures. This is what we have divided them into. Mostly these 8 types will come. So area, we'll just take. Let's see how I do it. Smartphone sales growth from Jan to June between iPhone and Samsung. 3 sentences. In January, iPhone and Samsung sales were at 300 units sold. However, in March, Samsung sale is around 450, but iPhone is more, 500. The third sentence, in June, both of them have a value of 700. Let's start. The image provided is an area chart that gives information about smartphone sales growth. The x-axis talks about the months from Jan to June. The y-axis talks about the units sold from 0 to 800. From the image, it is very clear that in the month of January, iPhone has a unit sold of close to 300 and Samsung has a unit sold close to 250. Another interesting point is in the month of March, iPhone has a unit sold to a value of 500. However, the Samsung has a unit value sold to 400. Another interesting point is towards the end of June, both iPhone and Samsung have value close to 700 sales growth annually. In conclusion, the image talks about smartphone sales growth. That's all it is. Okay, I did not click close. All right, that's all. This is also counted. We'll see. We gave everything. I repeated the template by mistake. Another interesting point is I spoke 2 times. Will that be a problem? No. If I use another template, will that be a problem? No. What gives you mark is not exactly template. It is what sentences you fill it and the fluency and to some extent content. We will see what scores will it give. Fluency 5 because I was really fluent. I mean, any software should give me fluency 5. If it is not giving, then probably they have not customized it with some training data. They have simply taken it from some application. Like there are so many applications, Speech Ace, Speech Super. You pay them the money, they will give you fluency score. You cannot alter it, you cannot customize it. They probably may have done that. Context 5, pronunciation 4.6. Few of the words I was not very clear if you observe, so 4.6. The pitch is 145 to 160. The pitch is also fine. That's how you do it. No matter what, you have to keep going in your describe image. Now we quickly move on to retail lecture. Retail lecture, it all boils down to their practice of note taking. It's all about what notes you've taken. Remember, it's not just the keywords. You have to write phrases. Use a template, use the phrases, just speak. 5 to 6 or 4 to 5 minimum phrases you need to take. If you do that, retail lecture is a piece of cake. So this is the template. The lecture discusses in the beginning, the lecture or speaker explained, later the speaker said, here the speaker also mentioned. In conclusion, the lecture effectively summarized. 5 phrases, or if you have written more, each blank can be filled with 2 phrases. So we'll just see a small demonstration and then we move on to respond to situation for PTE code as well. I'm just starting a random question. Trust me, I've not heard this before. Let's start.
In a recent book on the patent medicines, we are told that the fruit salts and syrups for which we pay from 2 to 5 rupees cost to their manufacturers only from a quarter of an anna to 1 anna. No wonder then that their compositions should be so scrupulously kept a secret. We will therefore assure our readers that there is absolutely no necessity for them to seek the aid of doctors. To those, however, who may not be willing to boycott doctors and medicines altogether, we will say, as far as possible, possess your souls in patience and do not trouble the doctors.
And do not trouble the doctor. The lecture discusses in a recent book on medicine, syrup costs only a quarter to a 1 anna. In the beginning, the speaker explained how it is kept a secret and there is absolutely no necessity to seek the aid of a doctor. Later, the speaker said that we will say as far as possible, possess this, and here the speaker also mentioned that you're impatient and do not trouble your doctor. In conclusion, the lecture effectively summarized how in a recent book on medicine that syrup costs only from a quarter to a 1 anna. I was not very good at it because this is how it gonna be in the exam. Some words you capture, some words you don't. Audio becomes so tricky. Whatever I've written is quite lesser compared to my potential, but let's see what scores does it give. Few of the words I was not confident in my speech. Here we will say as far as possible, possess what. So incomplete sentences were there. I'm sure it should not give me 5 and all, but let's see how much marks does it give. Only thing I was good at it is I was trying to speak. That's it. Alright, so it's fluency 4.2. It's a good score. Context 4.5. Pronunciation has gone down because few of Anna, Gina, few of the words I was not clear. So this is the text But I've given my best. It's a small audio, hardly some 40-45 seconds, but I've done my best and still get away with a very good score. 4.2, 4.5, 4.3 is a 79 plus score in your PTE speaking in the exam. The next is respond to situation for PTE core. This is similar to written lecture, wherein here as well you need to write 3 sentences. But here there is a trick. The point is very simple. They show a question and they play the audio to read the question. That itself will take some 10 seconds. If the question is very lengthy, it will take some 15 seconds. Once they finish reading the audio, 20 seconds extra they'll give you to prepare. So it's more or less 30-35 seconds. It's more than enough to write 3 sentences, man. Or you speak those sentences multiple times in your mind. Then use this template, the template that I'm showing you on my screen. Hi professor, hi police officer, whatever they ask you to address. First, it is quite evident that, then it seems that, therefore I would request you to, if you still have time, you can say this not only helps me to fulfill my aspiration but also pushes me to believe it's second chance for me to work hard towards it. But if you think you've written relevant content more and more, and if you're confident in speaking them, then don't have to read the last line. You just continue speaking on your own. 25 to 30 seconds is enough in both written lecture and respond situation. Let me just show you how I do it. Alright, I'm just opening a question. Let's start reading. Your manager assigns you a report due by Friday, but you need more time.
Due to additional.
How would you professionally ask for? Hi, manager. Firstly, it is quite evident that you had asked me to submit your report due by Friday, but definitely I need more time as I need to do more research. Then it seems that the research is not very straightforward. I need to consult these people so that I can come back with a proper one. Therefore, I would request you to extend it at least by a week so that I can give my best. Done and dusted, man. Hi manager, firstly it is quite evident that you assigned me a report which is due by Friday, but I would like to tell you that I need more time to do some more research. Then it seems that the research is not very straightforward, that I need to ask other professors and come to a conclusion as to which one to use. Therefore, I would request you to kindly grant me 1 week extension so that by next Monday or Tuesday I can submit your report with a proper one. This not only helps me to fulfill my aspiration but also pushes me to believe it's a second chance for me to work hard towards it. Nice, it went really good. But let's say what AI gives marks, that's even more important. Alright, everything came perfect. Pronunciation is 4.3, but yes, fluency is 5, context is 5, and that's how you do it. Don't assume that the software is very lenient, giving you scores. Once you log in, you will get to know it's not so easy to speak like me. You speak like me, it will give. Otherwise, it won't give. You miss some content, you fumble, this 5 becomes 3.5. 3.5 is 60, 65, man. As simple as that. Alright, I really hope this instant tips will definitely aid you in getting that instant 90 out of 90. If you believe the same, like, share and subscribe and leave your valuable comments in the comment section. This is Nakul, Nakul signing off from Skills PTE soon. We'll be back. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. Thanks much.